The bass line drops. Oh, I'm into this. I love that all the sound effects are instruments. It's just so good. A weak demon like Toko, untrained and unpowered, has no hope to fend off a trained and accomplished farrier of hell. But she stands up and prepares to fight on anyway. We just gonna do it. An electric blue light erupts from Toko's chest. She once more finds her feet, but all the tiredness and frailty seems to melt from her limbs and she's able to stand strong once again. All right, there we are. We are way in that. There's a lot of very little stuff happening here. Magic broken shawl thing, some boots and some undies. That's a hell of a transformation sequence we got here. Nice. I like the tulip head. The like very flower-like, right? A good shaped head. She holds her hands over her chest and pulls on the light slowly, drawing out the shape of an ornate electric blue and gold bass guitar, the likes of which have never been seen on Earth. Now, Toko, show me your licks! Toko listens. She can feel every knob and string, the shape of Epiphany's large humbuckers and scooped mids. Not just with her fingers, but with her heart as well. She draws her fingers into the lowest, thickest string and pulls it. Just as Davy reaches for her again, a shockwave rips through the park, blowing the puppet to pieces. An instrument? That's impossible! She's never ferried a soul! You're wrong, Devin. There's a soul in here, it's Epiphany. Epiphany? The blue light from the bass only intensifies. First 2 springing curls, then a head. Then an entire body bounces into the universe. Ah! She's got herself a stand! Check it out! Oh, it's Epiphany! Is that what you call fingering, Toko? Such an awful attack! I lost the mood almost immediately! Subtext! Never before heard shout booms through the park, sultry and confident. Devin and Toko both look up, and sure enough, with both feet flagrantly standing atop the puppet's head, they find the source of that voice. For once, Devin looks shocked. It's manifested itself! Already it's absolutely impossible! Now, Toko, sing to me. Toko takes a deep breath and lets out a large scream of frustration, her body shaking and steaming. Tears run down her cheeks as her body almost gives out. What the hell is this? Damn it, Davy, stop her already! At once, little miss! The mass of bunnies begin to recompile themselves under Epiphany. The rustling of stuffing and toyish bunnies squeaking echoes through the park as it turns to 2 giant lagomorphic puppets. Damn it, Devin! You never know when to quit. You're always pushing me too far, always manipulating me and trying to make me do what you want. Not anymore. Seriously, this isn't supposed to happen. You never took a soul. How could you possibly awaken? Don't play dumb. Hurry up and just try to touch me. You won't even lay a finger on me. Did you forget that I still have Nadia in my Before Devin can finish her boasting, Epiphany slips between the puppets and blasts them away with a forceful punch. Devin quickly brings them under control, but Toko is now freed from the danger of death. Do you have some fight left in you, Toko? Yeah, I can take Devin. Good, hurry up and knock her out. I'll only be able to hold this thing off. Seriously? You aren't a match for them? Well, not my fault somebody refused to feed me properly. Fighting on an empty stomach here. Fine, let's go. Epiphany may only have just enough energy to stick around. Toko's on borrowed time. Only the hope of rescuing Nadia keeps the 2 of them going. Epiphany runs to the mass of enraged puppets, preparing to do as much damage as possible to it before the rest of it catches up to her. She cracks her finger with a deep snap and tosses a punch to the mass of bunnies. This time she lacks the energy to push it back, but right now, if she can dent the number of dolls, she's satisfied. Without looking behind her, she sends a kick into the puppet's mass that had formed around behind her, sending it crashing into the ground in a cloud of dirt and snow. It won't be long before the pile of bunnies can reconstitute itself. She does her best to conserve her power and braces for the onslaught she knows is coming. She knows she'll need Toko's help to destroy them completely anyway. Splinter, tar and feather, strangulate. Give me your best groove. I can ride with you as long as you can keep up the rhythm. Puppets comply and blast into the waiting Epiphany. She does her best to rebound out of the way of the attacks, to block in time to their beats, to, at the very least, not get punched in the face. But the marionettes are too powerful and too well coordinated. Their syncopation too unpredictable. Epiphany takes the beating willingly, turning to her player. Toko, Devin is the one controlling these puppets. You have to take her out. Gladly! Like, let's go! A burst of energy courses through Toko. Victory in her sights as long as she keeps focused, for Nadia's sake. Devin is still up by the jungle gym, her eyes wide with shock at what had just happened, but snapping into focus as Toko draws near. Suddenly, the tiny doll appears before her. It's much more polite of you to simply stop and give up. It would also be easier on your body as well. Please understand that I have the utmost concern for you and wish you to die as peacefully as possible. Toko takes an angry swing at Davy, but he's small and her attacks are easily avoided. A kick to the stomach. Not. A grab by the ears. Gonna. Davy kicks and punches at Toko, but she holds him at arm's length. Die. Toko tugs hard on the ears, watching Davy's seams burst. Yet! I'm not gonna die yet. With one final cry, the demon pulls hard and rips the stuffed rabbit in two. She tosses the pieces to the ground, the snow melting into the exposed stuffing. Instantly, the puppets start to crumble and fall apart. Epiphany, who had been fighting them this whole time, heaves with exhaustion as stuffed bunnies rain from the air and fall lifelessly to the ground. You guys are fucking lame. You guys are total fucking lame-os. Pathetic excuse for a demon with a shitty little instrument. You two shouldn't even be able to, like, Devin pulls out two or more bunnies from behind her, swinging them about her like flails. Toko, let me take the hit, then you finish Devin off. Got it, yeah. Toko bounds upwards, hoping to avoid Devin's attack, while Epiphany sprints across the ground. Don't think you can just shout your plans like I'm not here. Oh, that's Devin. Don't think you can shout your plans like I'm not here. Devin feints and swings the puppets upward, hoping to slam Toko between them, but the two are stopped before they connect. Wait, what happened? I thought you'd do that. The invisible strings that connected Devin to her puppet mass are firmly within Epiphany's grip. With a grin, she plucks the bundle of strings, sending deep, punchy vibrations through them. It spins along the strings until it finally reaches the puppets, and within an instant, their threads unravel, tearing the bunnies apart piece by piece. Impossible, no one can see my snares. Devin chatters uncontrollably as she tries to grab hold of her head to keep it from vibrating, letting go of those strings as her whole body shakes violently. You didn't think that we were so low class as to not see how you controlled those puppets, did you? They are puppets. Night-night. Toko takes one last swing of the bass and clobbers Devin over the head, sending her to the ground in an unconscious heap. Holy crap. What a fight. That's awesome. That's cool. What a lousy excuse for a demon. But she's my demon. Where's Nadia? Toko runs from the clobbered Devin to the unconscious Nadia, still hanging from the ropes. She's alive. Hey, we just won. A little gratitude here would be appreciated. Aren't you gonna celebrate with a crappy one-liner? I did. I said night-night. Like, it's night time. Oh. Epiphany only smiles, but at the moment, Toko's just glad that Nadia's still okay. It's only when the fight is over does she realize the tears pouring down her cheeks. Her face red, bruised, and happy. Toko puts her arms around Nadia's body and hugs her close. She notices how cold it has been since leaving the apartment. Epiphany, thank you for helping me. I guess I'm sorry for ignoring you this long. About time. Sheesh. Toko ignores a lot of things, and so it's nice to see that this not only represents Toko, like, being good to other people, but also literally taking care of herself. And, like, that's cool. She needed to have this experience to start actually taking care of herself, to start living, whether it's as a human or as a demon, to, like, actually start living a real life. She needed to be here, right? And so, like, it feels very successful. It's not about her winning a fight over her sister. It's not about her creating a, like, super awesome stand to fight her battles for her. It was literally about the culmination of all of these things, these simple day-to-day actions that she takes to become more into herself, to gain the confidence to do this. And so, like, yeah, we're there now. Toko can start really understanding who she is now. She's a bassist. She's got a bass guitar. And she didn't need to ferry any souls to do it. Now that's the most important part of this whole world building thing, is because we know in the world that we live in that institutions are known to lie to us. Just straight up, institutions lie. Usually, like Toko's dad did, to make a point, to tell you a harsh truth about the world by softening it up, right? Like, yes, we have to ferry human souls to the hell because it's good for us. It's good for us. That may not be the case. That may literally not be the case at all here, because Toko was metaphysically able to manifest her kind of soul spirit weapon, the bass guitar, without having to ferry any souls. That is a radical shift from what her sister understood to be the way the world worked. And so, like, this is radical. This is cool. I also just am, like, absolutely loving that this is just all very... it's all women's bodies doing all of the protagonist work, all the antagonist work, like, because it's just very important that there are very real women's bodies being portrayed here. And you saw that, obviously, Toko's stand, or the bass guitar, Epiphany, when manifested, totally naked, just rocking it in the nude, in the buff, the full Monty. But usually, in media, the full Monty is a dude. That's why it's called the full Monty, a male name. And so, like, this is a good time to be like, you know what? She's not summoning the strength of a man to take her out of these situations. She's summoning the strength of herself, a manifestation of herself as a large, powerful woman. And that woman is very feminine. Like, I think this is a very important point to make. So, it's cool. I'm just really digging how this all comes together. I think it's very important that it came together like this for so many reasons. There's so many different angles that you can take on this story so far. And this is just where it begins. This is the prelude to the Reject Demon Toko, right? So let's finish the fight. Let's finish this all off and see where we get the end of after Toko defeats her sister, her demon sister.